Now to this developing story in Hillsborough County, where a Gibsonton man is on trial for illegally registering and then voting in the 2020 presidential election. The problem, he's a convicted sex offender. 10 Tampa Bay's Hannah Deneen was in court for the first day of this trial that could have implications for voters across the state.
In opening statements today, Nathan Hart's defense team argued there was no intent to break the law, that Hart was misled into believing that he could vote. But the state argues the law is clear and that Hart could not and should not have voted. Nathan Hart's attorney told the jury it's simple. His client didn't know he was breaking the law.
You need to pay attention to whether or not the state can prove this is knowing.
In 2018, voters passed a law allowing convicted felons who'd completed all terms of their sentences to register and cast ballots, except in the case of murder or felony sex crimes. Hart told me last summer he only registered and later voted after someone at the DMV encouraged him to apply, telling him the law had changed.
I had no plans on committing voter fraud.
The state, however, argues the voter registration card Hart filled out and signed was clear. Convicted sex offenders are not eligible, saying he falsified his application.
That Mr. Hart is guilty of false affirmation in connection with an election and voting by an unqualified voter.
Attorney Richard Harrison has opposed the law that restored felon voting rights from the beginning and says a guilty verdict in the case would be a step towards strengthening our elections.
In the larger sense, if you allow ineligible voters to vote, every vote that's cast has a dilution effect on the legal votes.
But the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition, which fought for the law, says the trial itself already illustrates how broken our election system is.
None of these people should have been arrested in the first place. What this shows is the real need for us to fix the election system on the front end so that people can get assurances, a verification that they're eligible.
Hannah Deneen, 10 Tampa Bay.
19 others have also been arrested and accused of voter fraud. Now, Hart's trial continues tomorrow. We will have a crew in the courtroom to let you know what happens.